Hello. Today we'll be covering two topics: retrieving system information and configuring the DataGrid control in WinUI. In this code, we're utilizing the System.Management namespace to execute queries to WMI for obtaining system information such as operating system details, processor information, BIOS, graphics card, memory, hard drives, motherboard, monitor, keyboard, and sound device. To retrieve the video memory size, we're using the DirectX graphics infrastructure instead of Windows management instrumentation. This is done because the Win32 video controller class, accessible via WMI, doesn't always return accurate video memory size. To work with the code provided, you'll need to ensure that you have the SharpDX.DXGI and System.Management packages installed in your project. Make sure to install these packages via NuGet Package Manager or by adding them to your project's dependencies manually. The XAML code represents a DataGrid control with two columns. Each column contains data bound to objects and has its own cell style. X name equals table sets the name of the DataGrid control, which can be used for referencing it in code. Vertical alignment and horizontal alignment sets the vertical and horizontal alignment of the DataGrid to match the size of the parent container. Vertical scroll bar visibility equals visible specifies the visibility of the vertical scroll bar. Headers visibility equals none disables the display of column headers. Auto-generate columns equals false disables automatic generation of columns for data. Is read-only equals true sets the DataGrid to read-only mode, meaning the user can't edit cells. Selection mode equals single specifies that the user can select only one cell. Configuring columns and styles of DataGrid text column. First column. Header equals property name sets the header of the column. Binding equals binding property name sets the data binding to the property name property. Cell style defines the cell style for this column. Here, bold font is set. Second column. Header equals property value sets the header of the column. Binding equals binding property value sets the data binding to the property value property. Cell style defines the cell style for this column. Here, normal font is set. This code creates a DataGrid with two columns, where one has bold font for property name values and the other has normal font for property value values. At the beginning, a class called property item is defined, which represents an object with two properties, property name and property value. This class is used for displaying name-value pairs in the DataGrid. An observable collection named property items is created to store system information. The getSystemInformation method is used to retrieve various types of system information. This information is added to the SystemInfo list. The getVideoMemory method is used to retrieve video memory size using DXGI. The display system information method processes the retrieved system information, splits it into name-value pairs, and adds them to the property items collection. Then, this collection is bound to the item source property of the DataGrid name table to display the information in the DataGrid. As a result, the application will display system information obtained using WMI and DXGI in a table with two columns, property name and property value. See you at the next lesson.